Do you know what the worst thing is about buying a new computer? Buying a slow computer. There's one important aspect that you need to check before you make that decision, and I'm going to show you what that is right now. The processor speed. Now, I know RAM and all of those things are important. Of course they are. But the manufacturers, what they're doing is they're loading the computers up with RAM, a lot of that, and you can see that on their advertising, but they're not displaying what the processor speed is. And that's where they're getting people. They're putting in a lot of RAM with a very slow processor. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of examples. You know, if you're thinking of purchasing an all-in-one like this one here, this one's for $529. Let me just show you something about this one. And you scroll down to where it says specifications. And then in the specifications, right here, it says this is a 2 gigahertz. Now 2 gigahertz, that's pretty slow. I'm going to tell you that right now. For a desktop, I recommend you have something that's at least a 3.0 gigahertz. And if it's a laptop, at least a 2.2 or a 2.4. Anything below that, I notice that they've just been pretty slow, especially if you're doing a lot of multitasking on them, or if you're doing video editing or things like that. They're going to struggle. All right, let's go back. Let me show you something else here. This one here for $499, this desktop. It's got an i3 processor in it. Let's scroll down to the specifications area so we can see how fast it is. Now it says this one has a base processor speed of 3.6 gigahertz. That definitely fits within the realm of what I recommend. Now, I personally know that this machine runs quite well. I've recommended it to numerous people. Now, I want to show you something here. Let's look at the one just before that. This one is for $649. It's got an i5 in it. So it's about $150 more than that i3. Let me show you something though. Scroll down to the specifications. Click on that, and then here it says it's got a base processor speed of 2.9 gigahertz. That does not fit within the realm of what I recommend. Now, on this particular machine, I know a gentleman that purchased 2 i3s, the one that I showed you before, and then this one. And this one had an i5 in it, and we all expected it to do better than the i3s, and it did not. Its performance was dramatically less. You can look at this on your own computer to see your processor speed, even though you may not be in the market for a new computer just yet. Let's go down to the lower left corner and click on the Start button. Then I want you to click Settings. That's this right here. I recommend you put that down in your taskbar. It makes it easier to use. Next, I want you to click on System right up here. Then on the left here in the menu, go down to the bottom and see where it says About. Click on About. And in the center, now you're going to see some important information about your computer. This particular laptop here shows a base speed of 2.4 gigahertz, which is in the range of where I recommend. And then you can just go to the top right and close this window. Once you make a decision on your purchase, go ahead and subscribe for my tune-up videos. One of my videos shows you how to set up your computer step by step, exactly the important things that need to be done. They ask you a lot of questions right from when you first turn it on, and it's important that you get them done right at the beginning, and that way you're not struggling with your computer later on. I've designed the computer tune-up videos to help you take care of your computer from start to finish. That's the purpose of the tune-up videos.